So welcome back, guys. This is a special recording, and it's been a long time. I should have done this long ago, but I didn't get the time, and I had to switch devices and all, so it was hectic. Anyway, in this, I had forgotten to actually add a property in the dashboard where you can actually create. Although I forgot to make a video. I didn't forget to add the property, but I forgot to upload the video. And since I had to change my device, this what doesn't work. I forgot to move this. So since I had to change the device, I lost those files. Anyways, there will be a create button here. I removed those for namesake so that you guys can see. I also removed the code. So we'll be creating that from the start. So it's basically nothing. It's basically a easy part. I hopefully it will be just 10 minutes video. And so let's get started. So I'm actually using Windows, so I'm running here. So I had deleted create and some small issue, but this won't affect us. So I deleted those files which were related to create. So as you can see, update is there. Update is basically nothing. This is almost the same. So I'll be only explaining the create part. So basically here, first we'll check if the user is authenticated. So for that we just have to take in the decorator login required. Basically it will wrap the function which will check if the user is authenticated or not. If it is authenticated only, the function can be invoked. So else they'll be asked to login. I'm not sure if I had explained this to you, but not useful information. So let's start. So we're creating a function. I'm calling it create, and I'll add this start method to check if the method is paused. So if it is paused, then only we will take in the form, that is our listing form. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this part. So if not, I will explain what's happening here. Basically it's just a class. Inside the meta field we are just declaring what are the fields we require. Basically you would have just typed all, but just taking in, we just need title, category, address, city, state. These are the fields which are required for creating, and the model will be our listing model, of course. So this is basically nothing. Hopefully if you have any doubts, come ask me in the comments or email me directly. I mostly reply to almost all your emails. It might take time, but I'll reply as soon as possible. So we'll get a post request and also the files that's coming from request. So basically when you submit the form, you send in a request which has the post method which acts like a dictionary, and also the files. So just take it in and we'll just check the form is valid. So it's an in function for form class. It's basically just to is underscore valid. If it is valid, then we'll save the form first, but for that we'll do a false commit. Why? Because we are not taking in the user, so we want to save the user also. So we want the owner as our user, that is request.user. So now we'll save it, and then we will go back to our dashboard. Right. Now else pass, or you can add some functions if you want, like the form is invalid, you can redirect to dashboard and say some error, something like that. But we don't want those errors should not happen, because if those errors happen, this should be done in the code part. The user can't do anything about this. So basically you should take care of it. So else we will render it back with request, and we'll create a file under template under listing. We'll call this listing.html. and we'll pass in our context. So I'll pass in like this. So our dictionary, we'll pass in our form. Basically it's just a listing form. So that's it. So we have our listing view. Now in urls.py, what we are going to do is basically add our create part. So basically it's just nothing. It's just a path for create. So it should be create, and from our views we want the create function. So it's a create function, no request. I'll name this for that's create. Be careful with the namings, as if you name create somewhere else it can still cause issues. So forgot a comma. So that's it for our urls.py, and just two more things to do. One is create a create.html file. So call this create.html, and so this is the file which will be used for both our create and update. Basically, since we are just passing in the form, we just have to add an if condition to check if it is create or update. Anyway, so I'll extend this. Extends our base file. So base.html. Also, I'll add the title. And I'll call this create, right? And I will end our block. Also, now we'll starting adding our content. Block content, and we'll add a div class with the class variable with the class name container. This should have been HTML. Yeah, don't need this. So okay, that works. Container, and here I'll add my h1 tag, and here basically I'll say first we'll check if it is an update, if this has a update variable. So in my views.py, in update we will be passing in a variable called update with true. So we'll be checking if we have any variable called update. If there's a variable update, the page will show update. Else I'll call this create. So basically we are creating our create HTML file, and I'll end if. Also I close my tag as closed. Now we need to add buttons. So I'll add my buttons. So again we will check if update is there. Update is there. We'll add the form. So form, and our action will be for update first. So URL update. Yeah. And yep, we need the method post. So method is post. Also the type we need to be of multi-data, multi-part form data, since we are passing in files also. And so let's copy this. We need this once more. So basically after else also we need this. Not end if. So what basically happens is we'll just check the update variables there. So if update variables there, basically we want to update the content, not create. So we are just checking if it is there, then we'll go to the update, else we'll go to create. So inside this, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before. So whatever you're writing, it should be the name given here. like search, listing, listings, etc. Not the function name, but the name we gave it in urls.py. That's what this takes in. So if you want to pass in an ID or something, you just have to pass ID here. Since there's no ID here, for example, in update, we have to pass in our ID. So here we'll pass in the ID since we are passing in pk, since we are giving the variable name pk. Pk is our ID, right? Now, so I'll close it. Now I'll add my, I'll give a tab space indentation. Now we need our CSRF token, else Django will throw in that error. CSRF token missing, right? And now we'll just pass in our form. So basically that's it. So that's what we were trying to do. Also, now we'll have two buttons. If it is, I'll just copy this. Why do the hectic thing again and again? So now we have update. So I'll call this button with class btn primary, right? So update should come inside this, and we need type submit. So let's copy this. After else I'll create one more, cut, paste, save it. So I'll just run my server. It's running, so just check. Right, so we need to add inside our nav also. So inside dash nav, so here inside just copy one of this. So just copy listing, yeah. So this should be create, and this should be create, save, reload. Nah, some issues. So what happened? What is it showing? Showing class mtr. Okay, I think we didn't take an ILI tag. Yeah, no, that should fix it. Reload, yeah. So click create. It says template does not access listings. Create. So wherever we listing slash create HTML. So, oh, spelling mistakes. Alright. Looking for one end block. So basically we need, after we extended this, so we need to close it also. My bad. Alright, so we have a file. This doesn't look pretty. So we'll install something called Django crispy form. So stop my server for a second. So I'll pip install Django crispy. This is all you have to type. For me it's already installed. For you guys it might not be, so just install it. So all you have to do is in settings.py, go to settings.py, add crispy. That's it. Crispy forms. Just add this. Save it. Save the file. Uh, and here we just invoke it. No, so we'll just load it. Load crispy forms tags. Seems we are going about our 10 minutes limit. Well, nothing we could do about it. So we'll just pipe it in with for our crispy. Reload it. It says crispy form tags. It's not a tag, so it should be a spelling mistake. Yeah. Yeah. So this does look something. Uh, okay. This does look okay, but the container variable must be wrong. Yeah, container spelling mistake, my bad. Now it looks beautiful. Right, so let's see if we can create something. So I'll call this Christos. What Christos? Rubbish. Furniture address. I'll give some city, Madhya Pradesh. I don't know its code, so just give a random zip code. This was a fun experiment to try out, and hopefully you guys liked this. If you did, click that subscribe button and that like button. Right, so upload an image. Okay, I did some activity diagram yesterday, so I'll call this 4.5 create. So yeah, so that's it. So we have created Christos furniture. Let's see the update works. As you can see, let's see our listings. So this is my listing. Oh, this is what I did yesterday. So anyway, so I uploaded 11 hours 58 minutes ago. uh, this is basically because we are using UTF time and not my time. uh, that's it. So that's it, guys. Hope you can make an inquiry. Something. So is there in our listings? Featured listing? Yes, that's all perfect. Right. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully, if you like that, click that subscribe button, press the like button, and hopefully I'll see you as soon as possible.